How's it? Today is Friday, June 16th. It's Smedium Friday. And you guessed it, that's small and medium. Last week I did 5 singles, each at 80 and 110 for the snatch and clean and jerk respectively. Did a single front squat at 120 with some down sets, 10% down from that for three threes. Today I'm just going 5 kilos up for all of those. So we're looking at snatch 85, clean and jerk 115, front squat 125. The I don't know, man. Today was felt like a good training session as far as top weights go, but I feel really beat up. It feels like my lower back and my hips and my wrist are really tight. My shoulders feels good. No issues with my shoulder today. But there's actually a warm up at 70 today that I kind of felt in my lower back. Was not pleasant feeling whatsoever. And then 80 for my last warm up before 85 was a little bit further forward than I would have liked them to be. Aside from that, today was supposed to be easy, and today was perspective wise easy. It was hard for certain cases, and it was easy for like overall. I didn't miss any of the lifts. I didn't think necessarily too hard about any of the lifts. So, feels pretty positive. And you'll see here, this 70, this first one right here, watch this. Yeah, that was a little bit of pain in my right lower back. I don't know what came, like what sort of caused it, because I snatched this after that, and it's completely fine. Looks a little bit difficult, looks a little bit labored, and that's because I was super worried that it was going to hurt again. Here's my last warm up at 80. You see that little sneak forward, a little shift forward with my weight on my feet. Wasn't super happy with that. And 85, first rep here. My third rep on 85 today was solid. It was probably the best snatch I've done in quite some time. I mean, what do you expect? It is 80. It's not, or sorry, it's 85. It's not even 90% of my best snatch, and it's definitely a lot lower than what I'm capable of doing right now. But as far as what I'm looking at, it felt very snappy. It felt like I was in connection, stayed connected. It felt like the bar didn't get away from me. It felt like I was able to catch it in a proper receiving position, and I felt quick under. Same thing with these last two, so fourth rep and fifth rep, but I just think the third one was much crispier than the others. We'll see if I can maintain this type of technique moving forward, but I'm pretty happy with the way that I was lifting. I try my best to keep my arms as long as possible and make it so that I'm not kind of pulling with my arms prematurely. So we'll see how far I can continue doing that. And I don't know. I am just ready for next week to start and hopefully be able to make some progress with my overall lifts. As far as clean and jerks go, going to 115, so I went 60, 80, 100, 10, and then 15. Nothing was too spectacular about any of these lifts. This jerk was bad. Watch this. That clean was a little bit odd. It felt like I was a little slow under the bar. But look at that. I don't ever jerk like that with my back foot kind of bending that much. Or my back knee, pardon me. Here's my last warm up at 110. Pretty solid. Generally speaking, I'm happy with that. For my cleans today, I was actually surprised. Some of these lifts I have a lot more extension than I expected to. Typically, if you look at where I extend, it's a lot lower on my leg, and once I get to that point, it's almost like I'm just strictly diving under the bar. And that's not what's happening today. I'm getting pretty good extension at my or through my legs and through my hips, and that is causing me the bar to go a lot higher. And I think the bar is pretty stays a lot closer to myself than it has done in the past month or so. I still do think that if this was a heavier weight, that the bar would crash down on me and give me those same problems that I was having at 130. But that remains to be seen. And at 115, the problem is not there. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to be going to 120 next week or what have you. I'm just looking at that side angle. Bar path is pretty solid. And like receiving height is pretty good. It's just that if I'm getting under the bar as quickly as I am now, there's still quite a bit of space for the bar to accelerate downwards. And my ability to time it correctly is okay with 115. This is kind of just another perspective of what I was looking at earlier. But, if I'm properly connected to the bar, then that shouldn't be an issue at all. I'm really sweaty here. You'll see it on sort of my accessories later as well. But I'm super shiny. Look at me. Moving to front squats here. So going up to 125 for single. It's not heavy at all. I just do 60, 100, and then 25. So 2 here and then a single at 125. And then my down sets at 125 are 113. Pretty easy as that as well. I think I could be a little stricter for some of these reps, but I feel like that's true almost always. I feel like I have good speed. I think on my third set, I was actually kind of just going through the motions, which is not a good thing to do for my accessories, but I mean, I was still able to squat it. And by going through the motions, I mean literally like I could not tell what I was doing when I was doing it. I was just like, oh shit, yeah, I'm squatting. Okay, yeah. I'm pushing here. Okay, yeah. Looks good though, right? And then on the third rep, I'm like, oh, how did I get here? And yeah, that's basically all of my barbell work. But finished off with some pull-ups and then my hanging leg raises for my ab work. I'm generally happy with how today went. I think I'm curious to see what Steve has in plan for me next week, just because I am going to be lifting a little bit more frequently. But yeah, if you're curious, please subscribe and you can follow me on my journey. But that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.